Today we're going to be doing a podcast with Ben.
Yo.
We're going to be talking about a variety of things across the country, which is going down this weekend or whenever. We're going to be talking about boxing, football, all different kinds of things that are in the news at the moment. But what we're going to start off with, Ben, go on, you can introduce it.
It's your podcast, not mine.
Fine, I'll introduce it. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Wilder. It's happening on the 1st of December, which is tomorrow. Oh, for us tomorrow, but this video should be uploaded by tonight or tomorrow morning, so it might be...
Well, it's supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
The fight's actually apparently going to be at 5 a.m.
5 a.m. the next day, so it'll probably be Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday
morning. So, yeah, so... What's your views on the fight, then?
Well, actually, the first thing I want to ask you, are you actually going to watch it?
That's the problem.
Because I don't think I'm going to be awake at 5 a.m.
Well, it's supposed to be, it's scheduled for 4:30 a.m. The actual fight, the main fight.
Yeah.
It starts at 2 a.m, I think. The actual card, all the cards start at 2 a.m.
Well, the actual box office thing
Yeah,
starts
the box office starts
right.
at 2. Obviously, if it was in the UK, it'd be like 11 o'clock the main fight, or 10:30, something like that. But because it's in America, it's at 4 o'clock in the morning. But I don't know whether I'd watch it. I do want to watch it, but I've got work in the morning as well, so I probably won't be going. But
You won't watch it.
no, I don't think I'll watch it. But
we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it anyway.
And as well, little confession that I know you need to get off your chest. He's been watching Tyson Fury interviews, Deontay Wilder interviews, press conferences,
Everything.
every night for the past 2 weeks. Like, you're obsessed. So the fact that you're not watching it and you're watching all these press conferences, surely that's just a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting fight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, I'm not the biggest boxing fan, to be fair. Like, I don't know too much about boxing. I'm not one of these that comes out the woodwork every couple of months with like, oh yeah, if you don't know this and you're rubbish, and like, if there's like a big fight on, for example, like the last one was like,
Joshua or whatever.
yeah, probably Joshua. Who did he fight? No, probably the last big fight was Bell Usyk.
Usyk, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
But everyone comes out the woodwork, don't they, saying like, oh yeah, I know this about boxing, you don't.
Yeah.
It's just a bit boring. Like, I'm not one of these people that pretends that they know about boxing, because I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, if I go in a ring, it'd be a bit of a shambles. But when you see a fight like this, I think you do get a bit of a buzz, like, because I do, like, even though Tyson Fury is a bit like Marmite, like, you either love him or you hate him.
Yeah.
I'm one of them that's like, I lean towards that, like, I love him sort of thing, because I just like the fact that he doesn't care what the people think about him.
Yeah.
He says what he wants. And at the end of the day, he's an unbelievably good boxer as well.
Yeah.
For his physique, I mean, literally, it looks like someone's dad. Like, has just got in the ring, like, right, let's have it. But you watch him box, and like, I don't I don't know too much about boxing, but I've seen for example, when he fought Klitschko, couldn't lay a hand on him. It was like so weird. But I think, like, you look at him and think, how is he that big? Yeah, he's so hard to hit. Like, but he's just so different, I suppose, when you get in the ring. So you got to respect him, but. Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be very interesting to see who comes out on top.
I think Tyson Fury is very controversial with the things he said in the past, like about homosexuals, things like that. People either love him or hate him. It's literally it's no in between at all. Like, it's literally no in between.
Yeah.
People hate him because of what he said, but then people love him because of what he's been through, like depression, try killing himself. Well, we'll get onto that later in the video. Just things like that, really, and it's just like how good he actually is at boxing. Like, the elite level, like, he can do everything. But he's not really a bigger puncher, but he doesn't need to be a big puncher, because he can win fights by just boxing, just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Then on the other hand, Wilder, big puncher, rangy, got long arms.
I don't know too much about Wilder, to be fair. I've just seen some knockout compilations of him, and he's seems a bit lethal, to be honest.
Yeah, he's very rangy. He's probably got a bigger reach than Tyson Fury, but he's only 15.5 stone, just making heavy.
How much does Fury weigh?
Like 19.
Really?
Yeah, but literally, like,
I didn't know you allowed that sort of difference. Like,
in heavyweight, it's just 16. Oh, it's like 6. It makes 16, but just like he looks like dead skinny. And in Tyson Fury's like 19, 18.5. But it can be anything after 16. You can be as heavy as you want.
I actually do not know that.
Literally, he gets his power. I don't know how he gets his power, but it's just like it's like just natural power. Like, it just throws punches and people's legs just go all over the place.
Yeah. He's that's what I mean. Like, I've seen a few knockout compilations stuff of him, and he just seems like that. Any left or right hander just could potentially put him on the canvas and just do him. But then again, from what I've seen of Fury, I've not seen one person land a big punch on him and just like knock him out clean.
So I've ever been dropped once,
Dropped once? Yeah. Right, who was that off?
Dan Stevenson, but
that was I don't know who that
that's
is.
what I'm saying. But Dan Stevenson then was like coming up to heavyweight, which everyone was shocked by. But that was when Tyson Fury weren't really elite level fight like he is now.
This is like years ago.
Yeah, this is ages ago. Yeah. But this is when Dan Stevenson was like at his best. But yeah, like, and it's just a stupid, like, Wilder, he's a big puncher, he can throw, but he throws, like, reckless punches, like, over, like, he throws it high in, like, low into someone, like, it basically ends with a temple every time, like, just, because that's
no, I mean, technically that is literally the best place to win, but he's saying, like, he leaves himself open,
like, I think Tyson Fury can exploit, but I think, I've heard an interview on Joshua as well, talking about the fight as well. He said he thinks that Wilder will knock him out.
What, he's going to beat Fury? Yeah, but do you think he's just saying that because
he wants a big mega fight?
Yeah, well, one, they don't get on anyway.
Yeah.
Because Fury's made a lot of comments about him, which saying he's a bodybuilder and all that, like, that's why I like him, because he's so confident. He just says what he thinks.
Yeah.
Although I think Fury was playing on the fact that he did want to fight with him.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like the biggest British boxing fight
ever.
Maybe definitely one of, maybe ever, depends on the interest it got. But I don't know. Like, I think the main thing that everyone's talking about now, I mean, I don't read it a lot, is the fact that whoever's going to win this fight is going to fight him.
Yeah.
So the fact that Joshua's saying, "Oh, Wilder's going to knock him out," makes me think that Joshua's already preparing for a Wilder fight now. Yeah. He's already thinking about it. So Fury's not the favourite, he's the underdog in this fight. If Fury upsets the odds and beats him, I think Joshua's going to be like, wow, right, I've got to prepare completely differently now if we're going to have this fight, because I think obviously Eddie Hearn's already mentioned it, hasn't he, that it's going to be on the cards whoever wins. Fight, So I think that'd be really interesting. I think especially for Joshua as well, because I'm a big Joshua fan. Like, I think like many people in the UK. And I do want him to test himself, and I feel like, weirdly enough, the biggest test would be Fury. Because it's something that he's never fought before. He's never fought someone so gangly, so awkward to fight, and so hard to hit. Whereas I think if he fought Wilder, it'd just be like, right, who's going to hit each other hardest? It's going to be just two absolute brutes going at each other. So I think it'd definitely test Joshua's boxing skills if he fought Fury. Then again, Wilder Fury, I know which one you think is going to win.
Yeah. Fury. Just because.
But I think purely off the fact that I think Fury's had too much time out.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be really sloppy, not up to his usual standards. I mean, I want him to prove me wrong because I do like him, but then again, I think he's going to get shown up a little bit. I think
it's just that one shot, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I don't know if he'll get. I don't know if he'll get knocked out, because I think he's too mentally strong to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a mental thing, I'd say, like, if you want to go down or not. But I think Wilder will drop him. And I don't know if he'll get knocked out off it, but he will drop him once or twice, I think. And I've struggled to think after that Fury could pull it back and knock. I definitely don't think Fury could knock Wilder out.
I think the only way I reckon it could wobble Wilder, like, just with a.
He could wobble him, but I just think. I think for Fury, the tactic could be just outbox him. Yeah. He's done it his whole career, just outbox him.
Yeah.
And you can never write him off. You could put him against anyone. You can never write him off from what I've seen, just because he's just so strange. He's such a weird boxer, but it worked for him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, if I stay up and watch it is another question altogether. But it will be interesting. I know a few people from uni that might even watch this. Jack Towers, Nick Pratt, George said he's going to stay up and watch it. I mean, they're big boxing fans. They've been talking about it all day today. I know they'll definitely be staying and watching, and I think a few of them are back in Fury as well, actually.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like they've almost fallen into this trap of, because Fury's talking the talk, he's going to do it. But, I mean, to be fair, he's talked the talk and he's pulled it off every time, hasn't he? So, there's no reason he can't do it again. But, yeah, I just think that he's took too much time out of the game now, and he's coming to that stage where I think this is a bit of a step too far for him, I think. But I want him to prove me wrong. I do want him to prove me wrong.
I just think, I don't know, it depends how the fight actually goes. If it goes into a slugfest where they're just trading punches, Wilder will just knock him out easy. But I think I know Fury says, "Oh, stand in front of you and just fight you, like man to man fight."
He said that. I feel like he said that every time he's had a fight. He's never done it.
No, he doesn't need to do it though.
No.
There's no need for him to stand there because he's just risking his health, not his health and his career.
Yeah.
And there's just no need. He can easily not easily outbox him, but he can outbox him. That's what everyone's saying. He can outbox him, but it depends how he goes about it.
Yeah.
The thing with Wilder, it's just that one hit and just like gone, literally out. Like he knocks people out unconscious, like puts me in ambulances and stuff.
But to be fair, I remember everyone saying this about Klitschko, saying, "Oh, if he lands a right hand on him, he's gone." And it was honestly, like, I've not seen a lot of boxing fights, but I've never seen a fight where the boxer who's renowned for a right hand has never thrown it. Didn't throw it the whole fight.
Yeah, he threw 9 punches like per 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah. But it's like Fury just got straight into his head.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Wilder's going to win, because they're both as mental as each other.
Yeah.
Whereas Klitschko, I really, really like Klitschko. He's really down to earth and he knows that he's good, but he doesn't brag about it. He's just really down to earth. Whereas I think Wilder is just completely like the opposite. Yeah. Like he's just the other end of the spectrum. Like he's exactly like Fury. That's why they were like friends before it, because they're both just absolute nutcases, but they're really good at what they do. So I think that Fury won't. I don't think Fury will get in his head, and I think that's where Fury wins 95% of his fights. I mean, his ability, obviously, his ability as well, but I think mentally, I think he's definitely up there. Definitely up there in terms of trying to manipulate people and stuff, which I don't think will work on him because all he thinks about is himself. Wilder, from what I've seen anyway, and obviously I don't know too much, but from what I've seen.
Yeah, well, he only started boxing at 18, Wilder. He started because he tried doing basketball for a living, tried doing football for a living.
Big guy.
It didn't really work out for him, so he decided to just jump in a gym, just start hitting pads and stuff like that, just to just test himself really, and look where he is now.
How old is he now?
33. Fury's on 30. Looks like a complete opposite.
Yeah, I don't see that always. But when I read that, I was like, that is baffling. Like, I thought Fury was a lot older.
Yeah, it looks like 40, doesn't it? But
it's the way he's treated himself and the way that he's gone about his career. You can tell it's sort of had its toll on him. But I have to say, fair play to him. How fit is he now compared to what he was a few months ago? Because I follow on Instagram.
I do as well.
And when he was first talking about, he was calling out Joshua and everything at the time, but he was a mess. It was like, I thought you're never going to get back into it because you've let yourself go so much. Obviously, it was down to his mental health and stuff like that, which can't be helped.
Yeah.
He's had a bad history and stuff like that, with like drugs and what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I thought, then he's come back now, and I'm like, wow, he's probably in a better shape than he was when he was younger.
If you look at the Klitschko fight compared to now,
it's ridiculous.
Klitschko was like 19.5 stone, I think.
Yeah.
Now he's 18.5.
Yeah.
Weighed in today at 18.5.
Yeah. I can even see like the outline of a six pack, which I've never seen before.
That's why he keeps taking his stuff off when
it's fair play. If I look like that, I'd be getting my shirt off as well. But
he looks in very good shape. He's got a new trainer as well. Ben Davidson.
I think. Well, I've read a lot about him.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the interview with him. I think you watch it. And I can tell that he's had a big effect on him. Yeah. Because even when he was first training, like I said on Instagram, he was always with him all the time. And you can see, stuff, you can just see that he's been a really big help. So I feel like if Fury does come out the other end of this, wins or loses, he owes a lot to him. He definitely owes a lot to him because.
So in that interview, we'll probably leave a link down in the description. I know which interview it is. Yeah. So in that,
it's a really good watch.
Go and watch that.
It's on BT Sport.
BT Sport, yeah. It's on for about 15-20 minutes, I think. It's just saying like about when Tatsufia came in when he was 26 stone. When he first came into the gym, like on drugs, drunk all the time, like, and obviously his mental health was at his bottom where he wanted to actually kill himself. And Ben just made him enjoy, like, love boxing again and just getting back in the gym and just work on that. Well, in the interview, he does say that he didn't actually want Tyson Fury to be doing the rubbish stuff like running around, getting fit and stuff. He just wanted him to enjoy it again. And that's where the connection were, like, obviously his uncle would be like, oh, just do this, you know, like getting around, running the gym, getting stripped down. But because Tyson didn't tell anyone what was going on in his head, no one knew, so just carried on training until just let it all go, really. And then, Ben looks like he's done a really good job on him. Made him stripped. His face looks dead skinny and everything. It looks fine. Looks at his peak condition. So, to me, it looks like he's ready to fight ready. People are saying he is, so we'll find out. Pacquiao's trainer, I can't remember his name.
There's no point looking at me.
Pacquiao's trainer, anyway, his old trainer. Was training Tyson Fury when he moved over to America for a few weeks before he moved over for the fight.
Yeah.
To America. What's it called now? I can't remember what it's called.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. I know what it looks like. If you're a boxing fan, you'll know what I'm on about. He's a legend in the sport, and he was saying that literally Tyson Fury looks like a completely different fight. If you look at him against Klitschko, he's still fat, but now he's got like a six pack and everything, and he's steadfast and everything. So he said in he reckons he'll knock Wilder out, which is like very controversial, but it could happen.
Anything, like everyone says,
Heavyweight,
anything can happen, especially at heavyweight as well. Like
one punch.
Exactly, the amount of power that must be behind one of them. It's like even people you don't associate with having punch power, like Fury. Could absolutely obliterate you with one good punch in the temple.
His record's really good. He's got, I think it's 26 wins and 21 knockouts, but his record doesn't, like, everyone's like, he's not a puncher, but he does hit hard. It doesn't mean, like, he has 5 fights where he hasn't knocked anyone out. It doesn't mean he can't knock them out.
No, of course it doesn't. There was another boxer that's really good friends with Fury. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Sanders.
That's it.
Yeah, middle.
And he put $7,000 on Fury winning.
Yeah.
That is literally, it seems fair play because everyone around that camp and everyone associated with Fury seems so confident that he's going to win. So the confidence can't be completely misplaced. Like, it can't just be purely, oh, it's because he's my mate, I'm going to do it. Yeah. They must have some confidence that, you know what, he's going to do this. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting fight. I still do think that Wilder's going to win, which I don't, because I don't want him to, because I don't really like him. He's American as well. No offense to any Americans that might be. We don't dislike Americans. We just dislike cocky Americans such as him.
Stubborn Americans.
And we like the cocky British people.
Yeah.
Just because they're British.
No,
it should be very, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. If it wasn't on at 5 a.m, I'd watch it. If it is going to be on at 5 a.m, which is rumour what it's going to be, because it said it's going to be 3 or 4, but I highly doubt that. Yeah. I remember staying up for the Pacquiao Mayweather fight. That was a flipping joke.
It was just the biggest joke ever.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shambles. But I'll definitely watch the highlights, and that'll be the first thing I check when I wake up who's won. If I don't watch it, maybe we'll see.
You have to see. So we're going to do on to a different topic now, a bit of football.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that enough. I feel like we need to talk about some
a bit more relaxed now. So we're going to talk about the Liverpool-Everton game on Sunday. We've got 2 rival games. We've got Spurs-Arsenal and Liverpool-Everton. So we're going to talk about Liverpool-Everton first, then Arsenal and Tottenham after. Yeah. So go on, Ben, you can start off.
Well, which one do you want to talk about first? Which game do you think?
Liverpool-Everton.
Do you think that's got a big game? So what days are on the Sunday?
Both on Sunday, yeah.
Both on the Sunday? Okay. Well, Liverpool-Everton, obviously, historically, one of the biggest derbies there is.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very close. More competitive than it's been recently.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you go into a Merseyside derby now, it's sort of like...
Liverpool.
Yeah, it's very one-sided. I mean, Everton have always had a good squad, but they've never been at the elite level that Liverpool have been at in recent years, and obviously in the past anyway. But I feel like with Marco Silva in charge at Everton, he's doing a really, really good job. Like, they're not playing the most expansive stuff. They're not playing stuff that Guardiola would be proud of. Yeah. But they're playing a way that suits them. So like what I found with Everton, especially recently before Silva took over, was that they were brilliant going forward when they had Lukaku, they had they've got Sigurdsson, they had Morales was in form at the time. They had a lot of good forward players, but at the back they had stuff people like Ashley Williams, Phil Jagielka, Seamus Coleman's been there a lot of time, and I feel like like Leighton Baines, all good players in their own right, but as a back four, as a defensive unit, didn't work. Yeah. And they never had a goalkeeper that was top. Do you know what I mean? They had like Stecklenburg, and Tim Howard was okay, but at the end of his career, you could tell that he was struggling a little bit. So I feel like it's definitely going to be closer. I mean, they've got Jordan Pickford now, who I feel like is definitely one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the league.
Definitely.
He's improved the defence drastically, not with the personnel per se. I mean, they signed that Yerry Mina, didn't they? Yeah. Scored against us in the World Cup. I'll never forgive him for that. Lucas Digne, they've got him at left back now. He looks like a really solid signing.
Also, they got centre half.
Michael Keane, they've got him. Yeah. He's stepped up. I feel like he went through a bit of a rough patch, but ever since Silva's come in, you can tell that he's
more confident.
Yeah, he's definitely got more confidence. Seamus Coleman, just been there a long time. He's a really good player. So I feel like going forward, they've not improved. I'd argue. I feel like they've got that balance now where they're decent going forward, but they're decent at the back, whereas they used to be very good going forward and very poor at the back. Yeah. So I feel like with Everton, it used to be like a 4-3 or a 3-2, whereas now, like I think recently they won 1-0. Who was that against? I don't know, but Sigurdsson scored an absolute worldie. Yeah. And I feel like that's not usually an Everton result. It's usually a really close, like tight game, but with plenty of goals in it. Yeah. I feel like they'll definitely give him a game. I mean, and then you look at Liverpool, don't you? And just think, I don't see a real weakness in their team. They've got Alisson, who's done an absolute brilliant job since he's come in. Yeah. Back four. Back four has been improved tenfold with Van Dijk, who I'd say, in my opinion, best defender in the league.
Yeah, some people saying one of the best in the world.
I wouldn't say he's definitely. I would not say he's one of the best in the world, but that's a completely different discussion. But I'd say he's definitely the best in the league. I mean, he's not. To be fair, he's not got too much competition because we do lack very, very good centre halves in the modern game and in the Premier League anyway. Midfield. I mean, Henderson. Is he suspended? I believe Henderson's suspended for this game. So you're probably looking at a midfield of Keita, Milner, Wijnaldum, Fabinho could come in. They've got quality in that position. I mean, the fact that Fabinho, £50 million or £60 million signing, isn't even getting a look in at the minute, just shows the quality and the depth that they've got that they didn't have last season. Yeah. And then the front three just speaks for itself. Salah, Mane, Firmino, all fit, all ready to play. I think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. One of the better derbies that we've had, Merseyside derbies in particular, we've had in recent years. Yeah.
Just the front. I think Everton going forward. I think just purely because Liverpool got Lovren at the centre half. I just don't like him at all. I think.
Well, they haven't been playing Lovren though, have they? They've been playing Joe Gomez.
Yeah, no, but they've had Lovren in the Champions League.
In the past, yeah.
Just in general, I think, in the Champions League, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, they had Lovren in Champions League, I think. Yeah. Just like that, and like Joe Gomez at centre half, it just doesn't seem like. I think obviously they've got Van Dijk, but it could just take that one chance where Everton could just win 1-0, and because it seems so solid at the back now, and in midfield they could just sit on it. Like, but obviously when you got Liverpool with Salah and Mane, anything you can just change a game like that. It just be like one. It could be like 6-0 to Liverpool or something like that. Yeah. I think the game could either go like 6-0 Liverpool or 1-0 Everton. You know what I mean? It's not like a
I don't feel like it's going to be a high scoring game from both sides. I feel like it'll either be like you said, like I agree with you in the terms of like it'll either be Liverpool take over the game, the front three just do what they've been doing for the last couple of years, or Everton are going to show how much they've progressed, and they're going to try and nick a result. Where is it? Is it at Anfield or Goodison?
I think it is at Anfield. I think. It might not be
right.
I don't know.
To be fair, that I'm going to check that because that could be a defining factor. in terms of how the game goes, because I know that Liverpool at home are just they've got a brilliant record there.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they've got a very good record at Goodison as well. So
I think Liverpool will win the game. It's Anfield. It's Anfield. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Liverpool will win the game anyway if it was in at Goodison. But I think the only way Everton would have won it was at Goodison. Obviously, having the crowd behind them, with other fans against Liverpool. Obviously, because we've got a lot of foreign players as well. They're not used to having fans like screaming at them and all that, swearing at them like, you know what I mean? They're not used to a derby, but obviously the class they have, they just do what they want anyway. But yeah, I think Liverpool win about 2. I think it's going to be like 2-1. I think Salah will get 1, and Firmino will get 1, and then Richarlison for some line.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool. Not in terms of like, oh, it was an easy 3-1. I feel like Everton might even go ahead and try and sit on it. But I feel like that front three, you can only keep them out for so long.
Yeah.
I think Salah's going to turn it up because I feel like he's sort of
died out of it.
Yeah, he's not really hit the heights he did last season, but I feel like this could be the game where he sort of, all the fans fall in love with him again and he gets a couple of goals. Yeah, I feel like Richarlison will be a threat, Sigurdsson will be a threat. Lookman, I really like Lookman, and I don't think he's had as much game time as he deserves because every time I've seen him, I think he's done really well. Tossen, obviously, he can nick you a goal. Calvert-Lewin off the bench, I feel like he's a really good option. But then if you look at that, don't you? Tossen versus Firmino, Richarlison versus Mane, Lookman versus Salah. You know what I mean? It's different levels, but I feel like the midfield battle will be a really good one, especially without Henderson, because I feel like Henderson in a game like this would be really crucial. So I feel like the fact that they haven't got him, and Everton, I'm assuming they're going to play Garner Gay, maybe Tom Davies is going to get a game. The dogs love him live. I feel like that'll be really interesting. But yeah, it should be a cracker anyway. Hopefully it's on. I think it's probably on BT or Sky.
Yeah.
So they're not going to miss out on the game like that, are they? So
no, I think we've spoken enough about Liverpool, Emerson.
Yeah, we'll move on now.
We don't want to keep you here for too long. So yeah, we're talking about the Arsenal-Tottenham game.
Another derby. North London derby.
You can even argue this is a big, massive derby as well.
Yeah, this will be a very big game for both sides.
Yeah. It's a big game just in the league as well, just generally. Tottenham aren't doing as well as they probably should be doing. Arsenal looking very strong this season, obviously winning 3-0 the other night. Away as well. The kids are looking very strong as well. But
I was going to say with the youth team there.
Yeah, they're looking strong. They look good for England's future. Or just in general their future. But yeah, I think it'd be a really good game. I think it'd be end to end sort of. Just a typical derby game. End to end, big tackles going in,
Hopefully.
Just a typical, but it could either be that or just a really dead game where it's just like 0-0, just nothing happens all game. But
that's the problem with the derby. Is you've got a perception of it. It's going to be end to end. They're going to be smashing each other. There's going to be yellow cards, red cards flying about everywhere. You get to it and it's like, they've settled.
You get one big tackle at the start and nothing all game.
Yeah, it's like that's the way the game's changed, which I hate, to be honest. Like the Oldham Rochdale derby has always been very aggressive, very like two lower league teams going at it. The dog's more, what's up with you, little Boland? Yeah, that's all. Sorry. We'll shut the dog up next time.
We probably won't be in this house.
Yeah, we won't be in this house again, so you don't have to do that. That's always the Oldham Rochdale derby. Like that's my personal local derby. That's always been a really end-to-end sort of like crunching tackles. Like there's been a lot of good memories. Whereas I think in the Premier League, I feel like all the managers set up like it's just a normal Premier League game because you can't change the way you play it, or else you leave yourself. You're just moving away from what you usually do. And the team struggles to adapt. So.
What is the dog doing?
I don't know. I feel like Arsenal have definitely come on leaps and bounds since Wenger left and Emery's took over. He's got a way of playing. I feel like that suits him. I feel like what's his name? Torreira. Looks like a very, very good signing. He's like almost like the Kante of their team. I mean, I watched them against Fulham, and I know Fulham weren't up to much at the time. Obviously, recently got rid of the manager and got Ranieri. But he was dominating. Like every time he lost the ball, he was going in. He was winning it back.
Really small, but he can.
Yeah, I think he's like the same height as me. But he's a very tough tackler, and he's got good positional awareness as well, so he knows what he's doing. So I feel like if he can have a good game and give the ball to like Ozil, Aubameyang, if Lacazette plays, they can definitely cause some damage. But then again, I feel like I look at Tottenham's starting 11, and they've got a strong team. Yeah. But the problem is they've never had any depth. And I mean the form's okay. They came off the back of beating Chelsea.
Yeah. Which is a good boost.
Which is it's a good boost for them, knowing that they can beat a team of that quality. But I feel like both teams have sort of always been underachievers. Yeah. Well, not always, but recently have been underachievers. So I feel like it's not going to be a case of who's better on the day. It's going to be who's worse on the day. Yeah. Who's going to show up and who's going to shy away from it. So, I mean, I'm looking at players like Ozil. Like, I know he gets picked on, but he can easily go missing the game like this. Yeah. So I feel like if them big players step up, like the Ozils, the Sons, the Ericssons, the Aubameyangs, the Kanes, if they step up, they're going to win it for their team. And it's going to be an interesting one in terms of how they're going to take the recent form into the game. But then again, they always say don't the form goes out the window when you're talking about a derby. So I feel like it's going to be who's worse. Not who's better, who's worse.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be anything really. Could end up people with making no tackles, passing it around like Arsenal do. Don't really finish any chances. But recently, obviously, they've been playing more attacking, giving it to Aubameyang, letting him do his business. I think that was the problem with Wenger having a Wenger in when they got Aubameyang, because they didn't use him for his strengths. They just used him as like Lacazette, like they used him the same as Lacazette. Like nothing. Didn't like Aubameyang's unbelievably fast. Like you can just see it straight away. As soon as they join, you can see him. He's fast. And they didn't really play Ozil and Aubameyang together like to mix.
Yeah.
You know, like Mkhitaryan now and Ozil, they look very them three look really good together because they know they're the brains for Aubameyang to play Aubameyang and score. You already know he can score from anywhere or at any time. So and Kane can.
I feel like Kane also can just grab a goal like when you need it. But I feel like one of the key things for me is goalkeepers, because Leno looks like a good little addition. I mean, I know he didn't get many games at the beginning of the season because he had a Petr Cech playing, didn't he? He chose Cech for the first few games, but I feel like Leno sort of made it his spot now. Lloris as well. I would say a world class goalkeeper, but then again he's got an error in him. Yeah. His distribution can let him down now and again, so I feel like one of them two or both of them need to
step up.
Yeah, they need to perform to the levels that they usually do, but try and cut out the mistakes, especially Lloris as well, because he has definitely got a mistake in him. But
I think everyone has.
Depends how much they're tested, to be honest. I mean, it could be one of them, like you said, a 0-0 who don't really get tested as much.
Yeah.
But through a mutual point of view, I hope both defences have a shocker and we have a really good derby. Midfield are just really scrapping for every ball, and it'll hopefully be a good little spectacle. But it's a North London derby. There's no way you can predict it. It's like any derby, you just can't predict how it's going to play out, unfortunately.
Obviously, there's going to be a very good atmosphere in the ground, as we're going to hear from the commentary.
Questionable.
The Arsenal away fans are good.
Yeah.
Just going to talk on that. Me and Ben, our uncle's an Arsenal fan who we're house in right now.
He's accommodating us at the minute.
Yeah, he's keeping us safe. He took us quite a few times to go and watch Arsenal in cup games and just a couple of games, and the atmosphere is so bad that we genuinely think Oldham are louder. Our home team, if you Google Oldham, we've got 3,000 fans, literally, in the ground. And we make more noise than Arsenal, and they have 50,000 fans. They'll just have a moment in 10 seconds where they all just start clapping, singing for 10 seconds, and it just goes silent again. But obviously, the away fans are out singing 50,000, we get 2,000. It's embarrassing, the fact that they can't actually support the team. Most of them, not obviously taking it personally, most of them are foreign people, coming from different countries, and they don't actually know. They just support Arsenal and just stood there with the cameras. You know what I mean? They're not actually wanting to watch.
Or tourists.
They're not actually wanting to watch the game. They don't actually support Arsenal properly. Passionate people who can't afford to go should be there. We will sing all day long, singing. They supported them all their lives, but it is far too expensive for people to go to Arsenal. It's just ridiculous. Like United, it's ridiculous. But at United, they do get atmosphere because they still have passionate fans that will pay the money.
But I feel like even at United's atmosphere
that
is started to
good.
decay. I mean, that's sort of down to the manager, the way they're playing and stuff like that. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of tourists involved.
Yeah.
And I feel, but although, having said that, I'll defend Arsenal a little bit. Since Emery's come in, I feel like the atmosphere has improved. Because under Wenger, it was sort of like, right, we'll keep the ball, or we're on the attack, or we've lost it, or we're keeping the ball for another 5 minutes, or we're attack. Whereas I feel like, in a good and bad way, Emery sets them up to just go, right, win the ball back, get forward, get back. It's like, it's very sort of, he almost makes it an end-to-end game just by the way he sets his team up. So I mean, I watched them against Leicester in the first half. They could have easily been 4-5-0 down. They end up winning the game because of the second half performance. So the atmosphere's improved in terms of there's a lot more to shout about. Yeah. There's a lot more going on than under Wenger. It was sort of like, oh, we've just kept the ball 15 minutes.
I think that was definitely the problem.
Yeah.
Because
so
you had fans shouting, not even supporting, just shouting at the players because.
Is it at the Emirates?
I don't know either.
Brilliant. I mean, there's been a lot of research here, as you can tell. Luke's an ultimate professional, so we're going to rely on Google to tell us again. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just. I think it was so dead when Wenger was there.
Thank God it's at the Emirates. Yeah. It is at the Emirates. Yeah, so this discussion hasn't been irrelevant for the past 2 minutes. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, for the Emirates discussion. Yeah. I mean, Wembley's not much better, we'll get on to that. Do you want to move on to the last topic?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, score prediction.
Score prediction, right. So we're doing score prediction for both?
Yeah, we've done score prediction for...
What was yours?
Yours was 2-1.
2-1, yeah. Arsenal top.
Someone's actually listening, you know.
I think it would be I hope it'd be like a 3-2 or to Arsenal. I think it'll be 3-2 to Arsenal. Probably a 3-2 to Arsenal. Yeah. I want it to be 3-2 to Arsenal or 3-2 to Tottenham.
I want it to be a 3-2 or a 4-4 or a 7-0. But...
Or a 12-1.
Anything along those lines. But I feel like it's going to be a 1-0 Tottenham. Yeah. Just purely because if I look at the starting 11, they've got more quality than Arsenal, in my opinion. And I feel like they're going to get the goal in the first half, where Arsenal have been poor through the season. The first half performances, if you look at the stats, they've been shocking the first half. Yeah. But the second half, they've picked it up. I feel like they're going to get the goal through Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, someone like that, and they're just going to. I think they'll sit right. We've got it. We'll just sit on that now. But then again, Arsenal have always got the quality to break you down. So it should be it should be a good game. But
we'll find out.
We will find out.
Yeah, I will be watching that game, and Ben will probably be watching them. Both games. I think they're both at the same time, aren't they? Or
I think one's
like an hour
on a different different time.
But yeah, if you can watch both, we'll definitely watch both, and then we'll talk about it in the next video.
If it's a good game, if
it's a good game, we'll talk about it. But even that, we'll just leave it. So we'll just talk about the third topic then.
Now, the best topic, in my opinion, the one I've been waiting to talk about. FA Cup, second round, Oldham Athletic versus Maidstone United. We're away at Maidstone. We've got a plastic pitch, 3 PM kick-off. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Obviously, we can't go. It's down south, isn't it? Is it down south, Maidstone? Yeah. Yeah, it's down south. So we obviously can't get there for not...
No, nothing.
Yeah, we basically can't get there. I'm going to work to do as well.
I've got some dog sitting to do, as you've seen from the dog wandering around.
Yeah, that's whose dog will look after my uncle's the Arsenal fan. But yeah, I'm looking forward to obviously seeing if we can actually win.
For one of the very few times this season.
It's not looking good for it. Well, it's been alright. It's been a decent season. Obviously, I've been at work, so I can't really watch.
Yeah, you've been
a plastic apparently, according to Ben. But yeah, it should be a really good game. I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm not at the same time because if we lose, then it's an embarrassment. But I think we've got it in the bag. I think it would be an easy win. I reckon.
You clearly haven't been watching us this season.
No, I reckon we're going to surprise a few fans.
Yeah, well, I've got a season ticket at Attic, so I've been watching them. Unfortunately, no. I love watching them, but yeah, we've not been playing very well. I feel like the last game, 1-1 against Lincoln.
Yeah.
Best performance I've seen for a while at Latics. We played really, really well. Could have nicked it at the end as well. Sorry, we would have took that chance, man, at the end. Yeah, 10 men as well. We did very, very against the top of the league. I mean, I know their recent form sort of dropped off recently, but I mean, they've lost and drawn a couple in the last few games, but they're still a good outfit. They got a good starting 11. We more than matched them with a man less. So, and I mean, the last FA Cup game we played Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah.
Thank you, Callum Wang. 95th minute, nicked it right at the end. I mean, we deserved to win anyway. I mean, I know you watched that first half as well. We could have easily been 5-6-0. That ref was. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
I used some suspect language when I was watching that game used towards that ref, but yeah, we got there in the end, got through to the second round. We need the money, we know that. So yeah, it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping I can find a stream or something.
Yeah, just
not encouraging illegal streaming, but I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
If not, I'll be at Chadderton. They've got a home game, so I'll be there. But yeah, I mean, team-wise, I'm not sure who we're going to go with because I feel like we haven't really got the depth to rotate it. I know Miller won't be available through suspension.
To just kick someone.
Yeah, he's decided to karate kick their goalkeeper last game.
Fair enough.
But we've got O'Grady. They can come in. Fortunately or unfortunately, they could start Surridge. He's been on the bench the last few games. Lang definitely is going to be in there. I feel like we should definitely take this game seriously. I wouldn't encourage any rotation because I feel like the league. Are we good enough to get in the playoffs? I'm not sure, maybe. But the FA Cup, I've got a lot of history of the FA Cup. I've had some great memories with the FA Cup. Yeah. That win against Liverpool, the draw against Everton in the same season.
Yeah.
Liverpool away, even though we lost, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I've had some great memories of the FA Cup, and I feel like we should definitely take it seriously this year because we've had two great draws. Hampton and Richmond, winnable game for us. Maidstone, winnable game for us. If we can turn up on the day, that's a different story. I mean, we've been somewhat inconsistent this season, but we've picked up recently, got a couple of draws. Performances have definitely improved. Dan Gardner, injured. Apparently he's torn his ACL, so he's going to be out for a long time, which is a blow, but last game, Usman Fani might be flying back over from Paris to try and make an appearance. We'll wait and see on that. But Mayush came in last game and he was brilliant. He came on, scored an absolutely brilliant goal. And I've been wanting him to play for a few games now. I've seen whenever he's come on, I feel like he's added something to the team creatively. Yeah. And like Bun said in a recent interview, he said he's great on the ball. He can pick out a pass, but it's the defensive side. And I feel like in that game against Lincoln, and Frankie said it as well, he was getting really stuck in. He was reading the game really well, and he didn't leave us exposed, which I feel like a lot of people sort of worried he would because he's so attack-minded. But he did brilliantly in a 2 in midfield with Missalou. So I feel like that's the midfield 2 we probably will go for. I heard something that Missalou might be suspended, and then I read it again. I feel like someone tweeted that he's got one less yellow card than he need to get suspended. So hopefully he'll play. For some reason there's been no word at all on if that's true or not. So I suppose we'll wait and see tomorrow. But if he's suspended or not, we should have the quality to go out there and win that game.
So yeah.
But yeah, it should be. I always love a non-league away as well. I feel like they've got a lot to play for, so it makes for an interesting game in terms of. You know that one team's got the quality, which is for a change us, and another team's got less quality, but they've got passion. Can they beat you in terms of have they got more desire? Have they got higher work rate? Do they want the ball more than you? It all comes down to that, it just makes for a really good FA Cup tie. So
it should be a good game.
I am looking forward to it, and I just hope we just get past them. I hope with 3-0 up by half time we can cruise through. But I just know FA Cup, anything can happen. Fair play to Maidstone if they do beat us tomorrow, because at the end of the day the better team will win. I think. Hopefully we'll have a referee performance like the last one. But it does tend to happen when you've got a lower league team. I feel like the referee does. Unfortunately, I know it shouldn't happen, but they do favour the team that
that's
in a lower tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am looking forward to it. I just hope we can get past them then. Third round.
Never know.
Get anyone.
Anything can happen.
I was talking with a few of my friends at university today, and City fans, United fans said, "Oh God, I would love to be at the Etihad away or Old Trafford." Someone on those lines, a Premier League team would be brilliant. Not just for the game, but for the finances as well, the money that you get off it. I know that we've lived off that for a couple of years now, with the FA Cup money, so unfortunately, I don't think that's changed.
No.
That's another discussion itself, but yeah, I feel like we just need to get past them, get into the third round, hopefully draw big championship like a Leeds or a Villa or someone like that away, or a lower league or any Premier League team really. Or another winnable game.
Yeah.
Another winnable game. I feel like there are a couple of non-league teams still in it, so if they get through somehow into the third round, I'd definitely take one of them at home or something along those lines, just a winnable game. Either a winnable game or a dream game, so like a big Premier League team or a big Championship team.
Yeah.
I'd definitely take it. If we get a League 2 team, I'll be a bit gutted, to be honest, because I hate playing. If you play a team in your own league or just like League 1 in the FA Cup, there's nothing special. There's no emotion behind it. It's just another game.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the FA Cup, there's still a bit of magic in it. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So is that the end then, Ben? You end it?
You're the one in charge, mate. You decide.
Yeah, I think we're going to end it there. I think we've held you on for long enough.
We've gone on with ourselves too much now. It's time to
put it on hold.
I finished this can about 20 minutes ago as well.
So
need another drink.
Yeah, but we'll see you in the next video as well. Probably going to do another podcast.
Yeah, it won't be as nice surroundings as
no, it's just probably in our bedroom with a few beds on it. I don't bloody know.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. This was hard enough to set up, so I don't know how it's going to look in the bedroom. But
yeah, so don't be expecting a half decent setup. You just expect
pretty shoddy one. But we're starting out. We just want to get it out there, see if people enjoy it. Leave some feedback as well. That's always appreciated. Positive or negative, any feedback's brilliant because we can adjust it. If you want to talk about anything, I mean, you might not value either of our opinions, but if you want us to go on about something, feel free to leave it and we'll definitely speak about it.
Yeah. Just comment down below what you want us to talk about, or like the video just to show us that we should carry on doing it.
And if you don't like it, dislike it, but leave a comment and tell us why and tell us what we need to improve on. We'll endeavour to get it sorted out.
Yep. So subscribe, like the video, whatever. See you in the next video. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching.